Welcome back to my channel. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for your support and welcome back. If you are new here and you love handbags as much as I do, please subscribe to my channel and tap that notification bell to receive a notification when I upload new content. Well, today I've got something exciting to share with you. This is a bag I have wanted forever and I finally have purchased it. And as you can see in the description, it is the Louis Vuitton Alma PM bag. I know I said I was grounded. I'm not grounded now. I'm in prison basically because it's just gotten out of control. But I did buy this bag with the caveat that if I bought it, I would sell my Clooney. I'm not sure the Clooney is the right bag for me. And special shout out to David from David's Closet. We were texting the other night and I was telling him I was thinking about selling the Clooney, but I was a little bit on the fence about it. And he said, hold off, do not sell it until you are sure. He said, I've sold bags that I regret. So I appreciated his advice and I'm going to hold off and I'm just going to wait and see how I feel. But today I've got you guys a first look at my new Alma PM bag by Louis Vuitton. So the Alma is an iconic Louis Vuitton bag. It's named after the Alma Bridge in Paris, and I believe it was first launched in 1936. The Alma came in 4 sizes. I'm not sure if it had all 4 sizes at the same time. The largest size is the GM size. That I know for certain has been discontinued. Then the next biggest is the MM size, then the PM size, and then the BB size, which is smaller and super adorable. I saw the PM and the BB at the Louis Vuitton store and I was like so tempted to get the BB instead, but it's tiny, but it's super cute. But I did originally, of course, me always gravitating towards bigger bags. I was gravitating towards the MM size. I'm not sure if that has been discontinued as well because it's not even on the Louis Vuitton website and they did not have an MM in the store, but I did look at the PM and I'm ultimately glad that I went with the PM because the MM is just bigger. It's bigger enough than this that it's not going to be, that would not be a good everyday size. And I brought my iPad with me and it fit in here. And that's what I needed. That was the most important thing because I think on my upcoming trip, this is going to be my underseat carry-on bag. It will fit everything I need and it's wider than the Clooney. So just on the dimensions, it's 12.6 inches in length. It's 9.3 inches, 9.8 inches in height. And then it's 6.5 inches in depth. You can see it's got the vachetta leather handles and the vachetta leather bottom. So for those of you that don't know, vachetta is untreated leather, which means raindrops fall on this, water drops fall on this, it's going to stain this. Now, I did treat this with Apple Guard and I am doing the baby wipes thing. I saw it on somebody else's channel. I can't remember his name. It was like Monsieur Ashley or something. But he showed gorgeous vachetta that patinaed so beautifully and he uses baby wipes. So baby wipes with almost 100% water and no harsh chemicals. Don't do this unless you research it on your own because I've fucked up bags before trying to do things other people have done. So don't take my word for it and do that. But look for Monsieur Ashley and his video. I'll try to remember to link it below, but I'm not going to post this for a couple weeks, so I'll probably forget. But he talks about it, but I did treat everything with Apple Guard, and then I tested it on the bottom by just flicking water on it, and it bubbled and rolled right off, and nothing stained, and I actually did get water along here afterwards and it did not stain. So you have to be really careful with vachetta leather. It's going to darken and get that beautiful honey color over time, but I want to avoid watermarks if I possibly can. That being said, I buy these to use them, so if it happens, it happens. I'm not going to have a conniption about it. One thing I want to point out is this did come with a teeny tiny flaw, and I did inspect it in the store while she was pulling. I was also looking at the bow tie or something, and so she was going to get that. And I went over this with the finest eye I could, and there is a teeny tiny flaw that I missed. But the reason I'm pointing it out again is because when you watch how to tell a fake Louis Vuitton from a real Louis Vuitton, and just to clarify, this is a real bag, you often hear the stitching is perfect, it's immaculate, you're not going to find any flaws in the stitching. That's not necessarily true, and I'll show you the stitching flaw on this in a second. These are handmade. Humans make mistakes. Humans aren't perfect. You are probably not going to get a handmade bag that is entirely perfect, whether the monogram pattern might be a little off, or there might be like a stitching mistake like here. That's par for the course. It's handmade. Artisans hand make this, but let me find it. And you can see right here, see where my finger's pointing? It looks like when they were stamping the holes to do the stitching, you can see the one right in the middle there, right there, is a little bit higher and a little bit closer to the one on this side. So there is a very minor stitching mistake there. I hope you can see it. Again, it is right here. But that does not bother me. Whatever. It's one little thing. I didn't even notice it until I was doing my baby wipes. And then I was like, oh, interesting. There's a little mistake there. It says right on the side here, whoopsie. It says Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France. And that's another example as to people think, oh, it's made in France, it's going to be better. Not true. French people make mistakes just like Spanish, Italians, and Americans. So we're all making mistakes, but otherwise this is absolutely beautiful. You can see what's great there is the zipper comes all the way down. It's a dual zipper, really smooth, comes all the way down to give you a really big opening, unlike the Speedy. And you can see on the sides there is the fabric right here, which prevents stuff from spilling out if you need to open it all the way to get in it. It did come with a few goodies, and I'll show you those, and then I'll show you the inside of the bag. The first thing it came with was a little dust bag. This didn't come in a box. The lock, apparently they come in boxes, but it comes with this little padlock, and what you do if you want to lock your bag is you can see, just like my carry-all, the zippers here have two little holes in them, and then they have little slots in them, and you put the slot over the hole like that, and then you lock it right here, and the bag is locked. If somebody stole this bag and they wanted the contents, like I've said before, they could just cut through the material. But it is nice that it does come with this adorable little lock if you want to use it. I played around with like just having it on here decorative or having it hanging from here. I didn't like any of those options, so I'm not going to be using the lock. The next thing it came with was the clochette, and inside there were two keys. I only have one because I took one off, but it came with two keys. It's Louis Vuitton Paris, of course, and the key for the lock, so you can attach the clochette to the handle here, and then it'll hang, and then you have your lock and key with you. I went back and forth with do I have the clochette on or do I have it off? I would be curious to know what you all think, but I think the clochette just makes it more feminine, but that's what it looks like on, so it just hangs there, and then when you need your key, I can get it to hang flatter and better, but I just put it on there really quickly. Like I said, I don't know, clochettes for me, they get in the way and they make the bag look more feminine. But on the one hand, I kind of organize my bags where a certain side is the front and a certain side is the back. And something like a clochette hanging would alert me to which side of the bag is the front and what side of the bag is the back. Because the Alma is the same on the front and the back and the sides. So, you know, things you could do is have the zippers not in the center, and you know the zippers on this side mean this is the front. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to use it for what it is. So it came with those two little items. It does not come with a shoulder strap. I had purchased this for my Clooney from Etsy. I think it was $30-something. It is a vachetta leather strap. They got the red color. It's not even really red. You can see, I don't know if it's coming across on the camera, but the red on the tone is the same, but the glazing on the handle here is it's more glossy than the glazing. This is more matte, but who cares? It's a shoulder strap. But it is adjustable. It has the matching yellow stitching, and it works great with this bag. Although it doesn't come with a shoulder strap, it does come with attachments for a shoulder strap, which you can see on each side of the bag on opposite handles. There is an additional loop on this side. You can see there's no additional loop on this side to attach the shoulder strap to. Hi, honey. I know. I went to brunch and then I went shopping, so she's been all alone, so she's aching for attention. But you're going to get it in a minute. So it attaches to each side of the bag, and you can push these handles down and they do lay flat. But you can see the handles are crooked because of that. So that's just something to keep in mind. Down here, up here, they're crooked, but that's okay. It works, and sometimes you just need a shoulder strap. So I'm really glad that I have that. I think that will be a nice thing to have. And then on the inside, it's pretty basic. It's just a big open area, and there's two slip pockets in the front. I'm gonna put my giant phone in one of them. It doesn't really work for phones. Oh, I actually have something else in there. So let me get that out. But there's my giant phone. So it fits and it will close, but it's not the best place for it. And another thing I noticed with these two pockets, when I put my keys in one and my wallet in another, it kind of bows in the middle because of the pressure. So I'm using those pockets for really slim and narrow things. And then I did buy an organizer, but I didn't really like it. So this will just be an open pit bag with pouches in it, and I'm going to have no problems using that. So I do think this is gorgeous. Like I said, at least it comes in the smaller BB and the PM size. I'm not sure if they still do the MM. I know they don't do the GM. And then it comes in what's it called? The Damier Ben, the kind of chocolate checker pattern. But I'm a sucker for just the classic monogram. Just to clarify, on the bottom, it does have 4 feet, and it is a sturdy bottom. So you're going to have it sit on something. It is going to sit on those feet, and the leather is going to be off the ground. I've heard bags on the floor means money out the door. You know, sometimes you have to put your bag on the floor. Sometimes there's just not an option. I did purchase these little like bag holders, and you just unravel it and then it hangs on a table. So if you're at a restaurant, this sits on the top of the table, and then you hang your bag like that so it doesn't have to touch the ground. So I have that in here just in case, but I don't know. My thoughts are these are made to be used. They are going to have wear and tear on them, and it's just part of the joy of carrying them. So there you have it, the beautiful monogram pattern. I think this bag is simply gorgeous. The lighting is so weird today. But there you have it. I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful day. Until next time, bye-bye.